Hey everyone, it's Ryan Leonard with Wolfnest Property Management, and today we're going to be talking about some tips to use when you're marketing your vacancies on the web. Now, if you've been a landlord a long time, times were much simpler back in the day. You'd put a sign in the yard, word of mouth, or even put an ad in the paper, and that is just not the case anymore. If you want to minimize vacancy, you have to have your property online. So I know that kind of seems obvious, but here's some tips that you want to make sure that you implement when you're putting it up online. So first thing is creating visibility. Now, again, it's pretty straightforward. You got to put your properties up online, but why do you need to do that? Not just put it on KSL, Zillow, or Rentler, where we typically see most tenants. You want to have as many sites as possible. That's one of the reasons why when we syndicate our listings, we're actually going to have it on 30 different sites. On top of making custom blog posts on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then a pretty robust email campaign. So again, having it on as many sites as possible is the best way to have your property pop when someone's searching for a rental in a certain area. Now, this one, again, seems pretty straightforward, but I see this, poor photos happen all the time when I'm looking at DIY landlords marketing. Now, anyone can write a glowing review. However, you want to make sure that you have great photos, and don't just do it on your cell phone. Spending a little bit of money on a professional photographer who's going to make sure that there's going to be, lighting or kind of a story. That's something that you want to do when you're taking photos, is almost treat it like a showing, in the sense that you walk in, it starts with a curb appeal photo or exterior photo, then into the front door, into the kitchen, kind of a walk around the home. But again, you want to make sure that the photos are done professionally, and poorly lit rooms can make it look like a dungeon, so avoid that. Also video. Now, this is something that not a lot of owners do, but something that we have done for a long time, whether it's a 360-degree video tour or Matterport, or even a walkthrough video. These are things that tenants love to see because, again, photos can have wide angle lenses or, not tell the whole story, but with a video, they can actually feel like they're walking through the property. And this is especially great for out-of-state tenants, ones that, can avoid buying a plane ticket to come do a walkthrough or a showing, put that money towards a deposit in an application so that it's going to help minimize that vacancy. So photos are great, but videos can be even better. Update your information regularly. Yeah, this is a big one too. Biggest advantages of web marketing is that you can always update it. So if you put your listing up online, but you forgot to highlight that it's close to, a great school district or close to some amenities, these are all things that you can update on the fly. So as you look at your listing, you get it up online. If you need to make some edits, it's very, very easy to do, and making sure that, again, it's really highlighting all of the attributes of that property is something that you want to make sure that you're doing. Next one is make it convenient for tenants to contact you. Now, this is something that is hard when you're a DIY owner, because if you have another job, you may only be able to do showings on the weekends or after work hours. Now, most tenants, they may not just work 8 to 5 like you. Maybe they have, availability at Monday at noon, and you need to make yourself available. So making sure that you're able to answer calls throughout the day, but also accommodate showings that may not be best for you, but are for the tenant, are things that can really help minimize that vacancy. So these are just some of the tips that you want to make sure that you're doing when you have it online or on the web when you're marketing those vacancies. And if it seems like it's too much, that's why you hire a property management company. We don't charge leasing fees, lease renewal fees. So everything I just mentioned is included in our management fee. So these are all things that we implement. And if it's too much for you to handle, we'll be happy to discuss our services and see if we could be a good fit for you. So here's all my contact information. Feel free to give me an email, shoot me an email, give me a call. I'd be happy to discuss and see if we could be a good fit. Thanks.